But when you look at yourself, you say, this thing they are saying applies to me. I am guilty. Then you start making a change. Pay particular attention to the COVID issue. The CDC and the World Health Organization, they have a protocol, they have a procedure, they have rules in place. The meaning of vaccination, injection, antibiotics. What are their uses? What do you use them for? In the history of the world, the rate by which they pushed the COVID-19 vaccination raises eyebrow. And many doctors are coming up telling you that thing does not solve the problem. Because you know that since they said about this COVID-19, they tell you it comes in various variations. How did they know? And what gets to me is that they tell you when it is coming. They tell you exactly when it is coming. How come? How do you know? We want to believe them. And at the same time, you must ask questions. Don't blindly take things that will be harmful to you. And that question is, the World Health Organization, can they produce any evidence that the way they pushed this COVID-19 vaccination has been done previously? You remember Ebola. You remember it very well. You remember AIDS. You remember it very well. That stand for Africans. Manufactured abroad. Imported into Africa. It took its toll. Including Franco. Including their own important people. But our people did not have the courage to challenge the origin of these epidemics. They did not. They bought it. Because they have the perception that you are unclean. You have poor hygiene. And still you live up to be 60, 70. And still they claim your environment determines your behavior. And your behavior determines your environment. How you live, how you preserve your environment. See how these things are intertwined. See how nature is viewed. It's like when the Europeans came. Our men have a way of dressing. They protect their private part with cloth and enjoy the heat and enjoy the fresh air. When they came, what did they tell you? Oh, they go naked. Oh, they go naked. Now they have nudists in foreign countries. Why? They don't even wear anything. They go naked. I want to show you how they brainwashed you. And they tell you you're primitive. Men of the old than uncivilized. And once they use that word uncivilized, your head spins. And now women have loincloths. What did they do with the men? Oh, they use that we have a name for it, Ogodo. They went back and turned into tongue, design. And then most of you are wearing it. But you did not know where the design came from. Go back to history, you'll find out. I am introducing you to what I want to say. These people underrate you. These people feel you don't know anything. Have you seen the children? They get and put them in cages for display. They carry them and go back to Belgium. They carry them and go back to Europe and say, these are Africans. They are animals. We have not been able to wash ourselves of these labels. Prior to the era of our leader Nnamdi Azikiwe, those that went to the foreign countries before the 50s and during the 50s, people come to them. People hover around them in Europe looking for their tails, because the perception is that blacks are monkeys. And we bought the idea. And they actually bought the idea. Up till the 60s, they still perceive us to be uncivilized. They never showed them the houses, the streets, the city. No, they never showed. What they do is they go to the village and take pictures. And they publicize. This is the way they brainwashed the black Americans, to tell them life here is better for you. So when we tell you sit, you sit. And recently, the blacks here have come to understand the politics, the brainwashing. And most of us that came here in the late 60s, early 70s, and 80s, you felt the pressure of that discrimination. You know that some of them came to you and asked you, do you people still live on trees? I was asked that question. Luckily, we have pictures we took when my father passed away in the 70s. I have pictures we took when I was in Aba, the street pictures. And it was at Seminary College, Louisiana. And some of my friends came and asked me, do you people still live on trees? Me being who I am, I said, who the hell told you that? He said, that's what the news is telling. I said, well, at least our house is better than yours. And they thought I was insulting them. But culture is different. I was defending myself. I said, these are our streets. They saw cars. They saw story buildings. And one of them, Beaver, said, I am surprised. I am surprised. What am I telling you? I am telling you to be strong. The mentality of those before us is different from the present. Let us work with the mentality of the present, not the mentality of the past. But where the mentality of the past presents itself to the present, then we have a way to tackle it. But do not forget the past, because the past plays a role in the present. Our experiences, ugly experiences. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I will give you another example. When we were in they call it before they introduced elementary school, they came to give us milk. For the distraught we have, our parents have against Britain, they brought the milk. Our parents hit the road. Within few hours, the schools were evacuated. They have come to poison our children. They came. Every parent Ask him, where is my child? Do not drink that milk, because you don't know what they put in it. Our great-grandfathers, our grandfathers were more alert with regard to their safety than we are. Understand what I am telling you, because it goes a long way as to we Africans see ourselves. When somebody has done something to you, those our great grandfathers first-handedly confronted the white people and realized that they cannot be trusted. That as we started intermingling, we let our gas down. And in the 60s, no African leader could perform. They were used as drafts, like table tennis, like tennis, like football game. They were dribbled, and then the announcer, now in the 18th, said, goal, goal, they have scored. These our great-grandfathers had bitter encounter with the white people. Were they wrong? No. Are they right? Yes. After the milk episode came the vaccination, and it didn't carry syringe. It came in a tube, and the extract from it is yellowish or gold color, whatever you might call it. And then use a surgical blade and drop up a cover of about 4 or 5 strokes on your shoulder, and then apply that vaccination, then rub it in. You okay? And for some of us, we say if you put cashew syrup in it or sap, it will give you a mark to show that you've been vaccinated. Sure, it happened. I put in mine, and not till today you still see the sign. You don't have to ask me if I've been vaccinated. I say, yeah, that is where I was vaccinated. And many of us in that era had that mark. Comes the modern day viruses and the flus. They had Asian flu, they have Mediterranean flu by mosquitoes, or whatnot. Did they introduce vaccination? No. How come this one? They know what they're doing. During Ebola, nobody talked. People were dying left and right until the people responsible were finished. They were taken care of. You see where the suspicion comes from. Come HIV, the same. Syphilis, here in the good old USA, it is blacks that were used as guinea pigs. They love you so much. They love you so much. I'm bringing up these things to alert you about this COVID vaccine. COVID-19 exists. How did it come to be? Nobody is digging. They are keeping mute. You remember the first one, it never affected the Africans. And they started drawing the blood of Biafrans in China. to see how potent they will make it. And we were playing it on our radio. We were shouting, we were saying it. People were careless, they did not care. They have come to embrace the world that it is a safe place. And there's an audio I will play for you so that you know why I'm telling you to be cautious. If you have a remedy that cures yours, why look for foreign application? That is the question I'm asking you. But these people will not accept yours. They will never accept your own production. They will make you accept theirs, that theirs is the best. I have lots of results with these COVID vaccinations, where Germany, all Europeans, they have halted it. The number of people that died, that is the ones they are releasing to you, will make you ask the question, why are they dying so much? If variation 1 is different and the vaccination does not cure variation 2, why are you taking it? This is where I say logic. Think. And they are telling you variation 3 is coming and they are vaccinating you. When variation 3 comes, what are they going to vaccinate you with? This makes you wonder. Think. I did not tell you reject. Think before you jump. Look before you leap. As some of us situation requires that you take it. It has helped some it has not. But this is what this man said. And you be your own judge. You be your own judge. What will guide you is the history behind his skepticism. History. And this is directly to Africans. We must learn to be self-sufficient. We must learn to trust ourselves. We must learn to have confidence in ourselves with regard to what we do and how we do it. You have to prove yourself that you are capable of doing something. This is your ticket for recognition. Nigeria is the worst. The Nigerian government, if it exists, is the worst. They are the worst beggars in the whole of the world. Give them anything, proving or not proving, they'll bring it, we'll take it. They were paid thousands or millions in the Senate. Nobody knew about it. All of a sudden you're hearing it has passed second reading. And they were ready to poison their own people for money. That is the same COVID vaccination. If it is proper, why are they bribing you? Why are they bribing your senators to take the money? Introduce the vaccination or vaccine and kill your people. Biamila, you in particular I'm referring to. You cannot deny it. It was here we exposed you. And British reporters and a lady exposed you as well. That they brought that medicine to you and paid you. This is a whole Senate of a zoo country. They couldn't afford. They couldn't wait. They could not rely on their own doctors. They even imported Chinese doctors. How low down can a giant, a country that claims to be giant, stoop so low? This is why I say the worst of blacks are from the zoo. And our Biafrans must ensure that they are not the worst in the zoo. Look very carefully. Look at yourself. We are fighting for our survival. There are many ways you can fight for your survival. We love money. And this batch they brought, they have started going to states, Abia, Anambra, Enugu. Oh, they are proud to receive it. But those that made it have stopped. You don't have the data with regard to the outcome. If you have doctors, if you have those experts you trust, if you can consult with your medical board, are we likely or are we not likely to accept this? No. No consultations were made. Just the politicians played the game. Bring them. Give us the money, we'll kill our people. Yes, they did it. Listen to this Kenyan doctor. Listen very carefully. It was difficult for me to understand, but I succeeded. It's a 7-minute audio.
My name is Jack Kigebai. I'm a traditional medical practitioner. I've been practicing for the last 50 years. I've also been a consultant with WHO as a member of WHO Regional Expert Committee on Traditional Medicine. I've been a consultant with the Commonwealth Secretariat, and I'm a trainer for the Commonwealth Secretariat in the Commercial region. I've been also an advisor with the Ecumenical Pharmaceutical Advisory Network, particularly advising church-based medical institutions for quite a while. So as a professional medic by training and practice, I am a bit concerned about the massive vaccination of global and national populations before we are double sure that the vaccine we are taking is safe. In WHO standard, any therapy, be it a vaccine, a tablet or a capsule, must be first and foremost safe. It must be safe in short-term basis, on mid-term basis, on long-term basis.
He is going by the standard the World Health Organization put in place. Is it safe? If it is safe now, what about short term? A month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. And long term, a year, 2 years, what will happen to you? Now, this is the foundation where we must pay attention to. From this thing he said, you have to determine Africans must be cautious. You remember the New World Order. You remember it. People have sat on it. They are not talking about it. Now listen to this man. He has given his credentials. He's not just a simple traditional medicine. He belongs to the Commonwealth and a consultant with World Health Organization. And this is his take on it. Not biased, but with caution.
My question is to the Minister of Health and to all those who are involved in the administration of our drugs in this country, are they double sure that the vaccine we are about to start injecting our people is safe? On short-term basis, I hear in other countries some people have died suddenly. On mid-term basis, which means 3, 4, 6 months, and on long-term basis, a year or years after now. We are aware that vaccine have been used in exterminating people in other countries. In Australia, in US, in South America, in North America, vaccine can be misused, and they have been misused. So I talk on behalf of my people of Kenya, I talk on behalf of the African people, that even as we engage in tackling the current epidemic, HIV-19, let's first of all be double sure that what we are injecting into our people as a vaccine for COVID-19 is safe. Before we are sure of that, my advice is let people take time. Let people wait and hear what is happening elsewhere. We know that many continents have lost their indigenous people. In Canada, in Australia, in South America, in North America. The tactics of exterminating populations in countries that other people are interested in, they use poverty, civil conflict, toxic medicines, toxic fertilizer, and in many cases, vaccines that kill slowly. Vaccines that change the immunity of our people so that eventually they will be more vulnerable to diseases they have been able to cope with before they were vaccinated.
But maybe since the first case of COVID-19 was reported, the virus has now mutated. There's a new variant. Do you think proper research was done to produce this vaccine?
That's a very good question. Vaccine do mutate. COVID-19 vaccine has mutated. We have more, in Kenya they said we have more than 27 variants. Globally, we have the one we have currently in Kenya, and I hear from last week the British variant is here, the South African variant is here. The vaccination we are going through, what variant is the vaccine against? And if you are vaccinated against a current variant of virus, what about when another one comes and the many others come? This is a question. Another question, as a medic, a professional medic in training and practice, why are governments spending so much money on vaccine and zero expenditure on treatment? Diseases are eliminated through treatment. When you treat a patient with incurable TB, you prevent very many people. When you vaccinate without treating, when you spend so much money on vaccine while you are spending zero on treatment, you create a suspicion. I have been treating COVID-19 cases since they started here in Kenya. And as I talk, I am aware that a lot of people have helped, are listening to me. I have even given a sample to the authorities that matter. I have written about it to authorities that matter. How come they are not interested in it?
They are not interested in it because you are black. You don't know anything. You remember that of Madagascar? All those of you at home, you use your traditional herbs. Is it not working? Why are they rejecting it? Why are they not listening to our own people? That is the way they see you. That is the way they feel that whatever they say is the right thing, yours is wrong. We are not the same. We are all human beings. And they can identify your own gene. And if what is good for us, we can use, why don't they experiment to see if it will be good for them? Whereas they feel that theirs is good for them and it will be good for us too. You see this man, he spoke with authority. And he has written to them. Who are them? World Health Organization and the Commonwealth Health Secretary. No response. And these are the people that are caring for your lives and your well-being. Let us continue.
That creates a lot of suspicion. Because a disease that is killing people en masse, in some cases 4,000, 5,000 a day, many thousands within a month, anybody who claims there's a cure should be listened to. That claim should be verified. We have intellectual capacity to validate any medicine or any therapeutic claim here in Kenya. Why aren't these claims being taken seriously? It is because COVID-19, Ebola, HIV/AIDS has political and commercial connotation. Other people are using these diseases first to exterminate communities that must go, so that they have opportunity to access the wealth of this country. Two, they are used as avenue of enriching certain countries, certain companies, or certain individuals. As a traditional medical practitioner, we are mandated to talk the truth. As a professional scientist and a medical practitioner, I tell my people the truth. I give my people what I'm sure of. If I'm asked to make an opinion on anything, I'll tell nothing but the truth. The truth about the ongoing vaccination is that we don't know enough about it. It is a product of a conspiracy that has not been challenged. A lot of conspiracy is common knowledge in the social media. Nobody has challenged the fact that there has been a conspiracy to reduce the global population to literally 10%, the current one. The priority population to be exterminated are the Africans, who are alleged to be useless eaters. People who eat, live in precious lands, sit on very precious resources that should be availed to those who are better than them.
Did you hear that? Are you going to tell me that he is wrong? This is what we have been telling you. We Africans consume, not thinking. The same way we consume, that's the same way we beg. I told you the worst beggars are the zoo. They are the worst consumers. Produce anything, give it to them, they will take, no questions asked. They will even come begging you. They will come and accept loans, take loans. Instead, they will bring money to make research, recognize their own doctors and traditional. No, they will not. I have pointed to you Ahmadu Bello's statement. These are the mentalities of Africans that don't want to move forward. And today, it is rampant in our youths. And this is what we are trying to correct. This is why we are calling your attention to it. We are like locusts. We eat up everything. What do they have to do? Reduce our population, whether we like it or not. I bet we say, no, it's not happening, but it is happening. How many people died in Sierra Leone, do you know? No, you don't. HIV, how many did it kill? You heard about the prominent ones, but the poor ones, you did not hear. Nobody told you. And we continued to deceive ourselves with our degrees, with no sense of preserving our future. Let him continue.
My name is Jack Gidai. I'm a traditional medical practitioner. I've been practicing for the last 50 years. I've also been a consultant with WHO as a member of WHO Regional Expert Committee on Traditional Medicine.
Yes, I just want you to hear his credentials again. Don't think he is just a so-so. So let's continue.
To be exterminated are the Africans, who are alleged to be useless eaters. People who eat, live in precious lands, sit on very precious resources that should be availed to those who are better than them. These are facts. In the social media, they are documented in historical texts, and as I say that, I know the Reddidian occupied North America. They were exterminated. Today, North America is extension of Europe. South America belonged to the Mayan civilization. As we talk, South America belongs to the Spanish, to the European or Spanish origin and Portuguese. By the same token, Australia belonged to Aborigines. That's why I trained. I trained in Southern Australia. I met the Aborigines. I know Aborigines owned or they occupied the entire Australian continent. They were exterminated more or less the same way we are being planned to be exterminated, through poverty, through ethnic-related conflicts, through manipulation of our politics, and through possibly introduction of new diseases and through vaccines. Our people must be careful. Our leaders and our government should refuse to be used to exterminate our own people. Their mandate is to protect us. Their mandate is to protect this country so that we leave it the way we found it, so that our future generation can inherit a Kenya that is the way it should be. And even as I talk for Kenyans, just as I talk for other Africans, wherever they are, in Africa and abroad. Africa is the next target for new colonialists. Out of the 7 continents of the world, is only Africa and Asia that has not become an extension of Europe. Asia has China, Japan, India, and Russia bordering them. They are not easy to tackle. In Africa, they have no challenge. It's a walkover strategy. That is why the vaccine we are being brought should be looked with a lot of suspicion. It should never be administered on our people unless our ethical scientists and the medic prove beyond a doubt that it has no negative effect on us on short-term basis, mid-term basis, and long-term basis.
But now, what is your take on this? Do you think he's a fluke? Do you think he's joking? We have no peace in our land. The Fulanis are being used by Britain to continue their colonization of our area. The Oduduwas, do you see why you must get away from that Royal Niger company called Nigeria? Middle belt, death hardened the middle belt. I hope you are hearing. They are using the Fulanis to depopulate you. Biafrans, they are using the Fulanis to depopulate you. Listen to our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And who are their agents? Your so-called governors. And this brings me to the youth. Why will you know your position? Why will you know that you are in danger? Why will you know that your politicians are not for you? And they are promising you, those in Abakaliki with particular reference, asking how much is he going to give you? You mean that if Dave Umahi gives you 10,000 naira, you will take it and forget your struggle? Are you telling me if Dave Umahi gives you 20,000 naira, how much is that? You will forget your struggle. Money is the root of our foolishness, and it is still happening. There was when somebody came and talked about gold mine in Yoruba. They were there. These people got into their deep forest mining gold. But they were busy running around looking for posts from Tinubu. These are your resources. These are the resources that will sustain your generation to come. But with politics and heavy-handedness from the military, supported by Britain, who introduced them, who trained them, we are losing. We are not seeing our problems, where we are going to end. It is these people that bring in the Chinese, especially in Abakaliki area. They are mining our resources. Colonization, that's what it takes. It is these Fulanis that have started, even the Obas, even the emirs, they all own oil wells. And this is why they must continue to occupy your land. They want your land. Not for them. They think it is for them. They have their masters, Britain. And then when they reduce your population, those that are strong enough to withstand them, those are the ones they are killing. Those are the ones they are attacking. But we have failed to go back and see history. Kenya is striving. Burundi is striving. These are people that have strong leaders that have Africa in mind. One is gone. Mysteriously left us yesterday or day before yesterday. How many is left? Do as they say, not as they do. They give you command with your own people. And they continue to decimate our population. We are not proud of what we have. I have been stressing on it. Our quest to be like Europe is going to cost us. The devastation of our forests with the help of the Fulanis. But what gets to me said, for them, for Lai Mohammed to know that forest is very important, for Lai Mohammed to know that destruction of forest will change the condition of the earth. Green. I've forgotten the name. I just skip my. Forget it. They know that. But where is it focused on? Biafra land. But we continue. This is why I tell you, whatever you say, however you do it, it's raised squarely from your village. The way we foolishly destroy our forest is alarming, and it will kill us. Even the economic trees around our homes, we mow them down, and then come and introduce this hopeless, funny-looking tree. We say it's flower. You want it to be like the one you have in Europe. Why will you go have it to be like the one in Europe, whereas you're in Africa? That does not give you any economic value. I just want you to know the way we reason. Why can't you put apple tree there? You tell me, oh, it's too big. Then you go to the forest where you have the trees and the herbs and everything. Nobody has touched it. You clear them, scatter them, and we do not reason. We just can't think. No planning, nothing whatsoever. And when they insult us, we get angry. You see swamp. Nobody has the sense to say, don't touch it. No, before we have a law. Before you cannot go. You can't even cross certain areas, not to talk of going to the swamp. No, today, money, greed, carelessness. You pour. Now we have tippers. Now they go and keep pouring dirt and dirt and dirt and then cover the swamp, causing ecological damage. And then the Fulanis will come with their own cows and then destroy. We are in for a very big fight. We are. But we don't think. We just can't learn from the past. No planning. Even those in diaspora, they are culprits as well. How much land can I buy? In a thick forest, you go and clear it to build a house. And what do you build? A mansion with 20 rooms, 15 rooms, 10 rooms, but you occupy one, just to show how wealthy you are. We must change the way we think. We must change the way we think, the way we do things. Whatever we say, it boils down to what the Europeans, the foreigners, think about us. Are they right or are they wrong? If they are right, what are we doing to change the way we reason? When we do not have pride in ourselves, when we do not respect our environment, we cause colossal ecological damage, including the one they are causing. The carcinogens in the riverine areas, nobody's talking about it. The suits that fall every morning, nobody talks about it. But you have politicians running around telling you presidential election 2023. But you are Royal Niger Company, a whole country. Royal Niger Company. Shame. Shame. Something that will not happen elsewhere is happening in the zoo. And who are those in control? The Fulanis. When Jonathan was there, the economy was booming. Things were changing. They didn't want to see it. Now they are sending in warplanes and everything. And most of you will say, hey, they are coming to bomb us, so you will not talk. You must fight to prove you are who you say you are. These things are interwoven. Don't think that when they say things, it doesn't concern you. Yes, it concerns you. You are the target. You are the person they are looking for. They want your land. They want your resources. Look at Congo. They have never known peace. They will not know peace. They have their resources. It is not for them. You have those that will kill their own brothers in order to have access to it. And the money is theirs. The money is theirs. Whatever that comes there belongs to them. And it is you that they are using. It is you that will pay the price. They are not going to pay the price, but you, because you are the one supporting them. You are the one urging them. You are the one saying, go on, honorable. You are my brother. But the consequences is falling on you. Whatever the outcome rests on you. Are we going to understand what is happening to us or not? Are we going to continue thinking that nothing is happening, whereas something is happening? I will spend much time talking about this, so that those that have ear to hear, let them hear. Those that want to hear, let them hear. Those that don't want to hear, that is their problem. We must survive. We have a long way to go. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Whatever we must do, let us bear in mind that the world is small. We must respect each other or one another, or else we will all perish. We are transitioning, and we might be history. The line is open. +1 484 767 0848. Guinea pigs, Africans, useless people, Africans, yet they are there. They will not leave, and they want it. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, sir, from here.
Good morning, welcome.
My name is Martin. I'm from the police.
Welcome, buddy.
In fact, the way you are analyzing this morning broadcast make the I have bruise of cold in my body now. But the problem there, will our people even see the big picture, what is going on? Because this useless politicians in Nigeria, especially useless politicians like that, should I say? Now these people are not that smart. It's because of the horrible youth that put them in power. The same Hitler agenda over 70 years ago, 1947, is what is playing today again. And yet people don't see it. When I start listening to our leader, when I say, make use of your common sense. When somebody says something, then you ask yourself a question and do your own research so that you can confuse for your own self. Before I come to America, they give me a paperwork on my requirement. Said that tuberculosis, America, make it very strict. They can deny person visa not to come to America with tuberculosis. I asked them why. They said the tuberculosis is easy to transmit easily. And throughout growing up, we never cover nose masks for people having tuberculosis. But this vaccine and HIV, since 1900 till today, they never get HIV and tuberculosis medicine. But this COVID-19, why is it over 2 months people start getting it? Because these stupid African leaders would actually people that longer through, they doesn't know the resources they have. That's why they run and go abroad, they'll give them more money. That's why they can sign documents from China. China that they were brother Jonathan, that's 1978. China is not powerful like this. They don't even live there among third world countries in 1978. But even Africa, Nigeria alone, Nigerian politicians didn't know the content of the agreement of the law. You know, now, not 1970, not 16th century. China is taking over many countries in Africa. China is sitting at the face of the policemen in some Africans. And yet, some youth are still there, 5 people that are fighting for their freedom. Without Biafra freedom, Africa, the something that repeated, the something that happened in 16th century, that we sensible people now asking ourselves, how did these people colonize our people. Because they have said the way we have said, their trick is the way. The same thing they are doing again. Okay, you didn't give us malaria medicine today. But they are helping us with the COVID-19 medicine. Even in America, yeah, when you go to hospital and you make over income, government will help you. You have to pay cash your own. Which is when my wife give birth, I pay cash. And then, they said my patient didn't approve for them to give me free aid. But in America, I want to give you everybody free aid for Africa. Look at what's happened yesterday. I saw in the first news. A transgender, win a beauty contest of a woman, and yet was not free. That's why in America, yeah. Because they go to IPY degree in America, yeah. They will not be saying you, yes, I didn't go to school, but the building is chocolate. Because when you, transgender with a woman, which means the gender is better than God that creates woman and man separate, and you're telling them that, and yet people don't see it. Okay? Fulani now repeating the same thing because in this world, you have to be fighting job. You have to be fighting who will you conquer. The same thing to Fulani, the same thing that the white people, what someone are doing. The same thing Fulani are doing again, and yet we are there. Now can you try for him as that children that go? It cannot be him. The same thing is repeating itself. Look at our leader brokers this morning. You will analyze about language to my people with the language. But I didn't know those things before. They look at the whole world now, British. And the same British, they are not up to 15 million. Hold the African range, all Africa over 500 million. And yet, the nation will be shut up and down. Fighting Ipob. That's why you can see intellectual in the Western world that never know they are seeing them separate. They never know even their children you born in America, as far as they're black. They are not the same right. The same intellectual you are fighting Ipob that is fighting to repeat and say, because without Biafra, this vaccine is the most of Africa. Look at the they did a video. A white man in this 21st century, of we traveling abroad, of we even go to school, saying in live broadcast that Africa is a useless continent. They are useless. So they want to take our land. Just take our land and that. Farm, we don't farm again. One of our brothers commented on one Facebook last week. He traveled from abroad to Nigeria in December. He gave the mother 2,000 to cook food. That what he noticed, Onubu, Pankana, everything mother buy from the farm for the market. But now I say, mother, but all the things we do have it when we are growing. The mother says, friend, not about here. And people will not laugh over it. But I learned something from that because our race is going like that. Because when I was growing up, we never buy Pankane, we never buy Onubu, we never buy Ogu, everything is in our backyard. But today now, Mama has to go to market and buy everything, and the youth are there. These are there. They are doing working for this intellectual. Look at the way Ogwike and the Okocha are dancing this video. The dancing meaning they are mocking every youth. If you just can't defend this thing now, this coronavirus, then must focus down. Go and do research of coronavirus. Do the research by yourself. Your eye will open. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you, Emeka. We really have to be very, very up and running. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. You can no longer go to your backyard and feed yourself. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good afternoon, Mazi Alozie. May Elohim bless you, the creator of heaven and earth, and bless our leader, Mazi Nandekala.
Welcome.
I am Mazi Chinemere Mobibu. I'm from Abadan, Wangele, local government, Biafra land. Mazi, in fact, Biafra is here. Biafra is here. But I am totally disappointed that those called themselves elite, those called themselves learned ones, those called themselves graduates, in any class or in any level they may think themselves. And I am totally disappointed in anybody that says that it's an Igbo man. He has a greater position in outside country or whatever. I am very, very disappointed on them. Mazi, I don't. Our leaders brokers today, Mazi, in fact, is divine. Is divine. What makes these people intellectual? What makes these people elite? What makes these people educated? What makes these people traditional staff? People that call themselves traditional, I'm thinking, women and I, no, what they do understand by women and I, Mazi, may God bless Mazi and the car. You see this kingdom of God, and indeed it's a kingdom of God. This kingdom of God. Look at for decades, for years, for centuries, those that are rearing cattle are using the brain of people that think that they are wise. Oh God, that are trying to go get them. Look at, even this number that director gives. If the director will bring number, will give to all this red, men and Igbo. And tell Igbo land will not be good. These people are evil. I was debating with somebody. I told that person, do you know that kinship is not good for Igbo land? I said, no, it's our tradition and our culture. One, do you know that all the boys are still slave? All our babies that I have discussed fire. I tell them more than all our big work I have away there. I think we want more. I think all our state. Oh God, I don't know. I tell you, things I'm so. This revolution will be total revolution. Every year, if the man is having doctor, they have look at what kind of life I mean here. If God they provide only the bread from the 20 days our father son of them. Somebody may have a graduate, may have a human rights activist. Oh God, I don't understand. Man, the game of war, that's 2,000 and the color. I am wise and I am educated more than all of them. They can't defeat me in any argument, in any debate. I am challenging anybody that you say that you are a graduate. Come, let us debate. Concern things concern Igbo land, not concern what concern American or white man. Concern what concern your father's land. Let us debate. If defeat to come here, if defeat to Magina Igbo guy, Magina is the guy history. Magina Omena and a guy, if defeat to come here, man, about to cook up some no. Look at, now, must look at me in the radio station. How come we are finding ourselves here? Oh, what thing that don't how come you find yourself in Nigeria? Now, we talk about how come we find ourselves here? Let's look at that blessed man in the now they are talking. No, it's not a Igbo president now. It's let us if you want to shift their zone to Northern. If there is Atiku, let us join hands and support Atiku or anybody APC will bring. After that that one, then he will pick a candidate for a vice president. You go to after he say turn of it. You begin to see the region of slaves, no pity, coward. You begin to see their reasons. See a man. Some of these people are also going to when you see where they are talking, you know that an animal, a typical animal is talking. Oh my, it's good to them bless man and the God. Bless is here. May God bless our ESL, more jobs. God protect our unknown government, and may God protect them more effort for work. Let the unknown government, may Elohim bless you people, more work, more vision, more strategies. And we don't know you people, that Chukwuemeka Alozie is using people. May God bless you. God bless you, sir.
God bless you too. Report any Biafra saboteur, traitor, betrayer, military police checkpoints or any other evil practices in Biafra land. call this number plus 491 627 306 732 or plus 1 491 766 739 3410. Report. All these saboteurs, it's time we start knowing who they are. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Maazị Alozie, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Maazị Alozie, udo Chukwuemeka abịa ma nna nke bi n'eluigwe ego. Jishike dede, jishike. We are all in this together. This mess must surely be cleansing, and Biafra will be free. No spirit in heaven, no spirit on this earth, no spirit in the land of the dead, no creation of Chukwuemeka Abia can stop the quest for restoration of the kingdom of Chukwuemeka Abia on this planet Earth, which is Biafra. Then I'm the candidate that you can. Then the one that you have said of the woman, Mamu. You can sing guy, that's some number I am there, but they don't have to know about gas. I have put it that I got a prison. That I done I will not put the Danulu no bomb. We say any level to no long. Propaganda and 9 wouldn't and 9 honey, I got number more people on the that I got no what I got no what I did. Biafra broadcasted that to the governor of Tyro. How I want to quote the goddamn book of Genesis to Revelation. How I tell them what I tell you, how I would say, well, on our to follow draw of Colonial and Canadian, I will not be better. No, somebody can have been sharp. This is our identity. We are not our star. We are not Yoruba. I have a regular. Biafra, take this big and the right this message. I can be Kajinaka. Ezekiel, chapter 39. You see from verse 1 to end. But you see verse 3, verse 7, verse 11, verse 25, and verse 27. And verse 28. Very, very important. You see Ezekiel chapter 40, from verse 1 to end. You see verse 4. Very, very important. I can't only put together a liar. I'm going to put together. Come on, I know that put together. The whole world will be shut down. Nehemiah chapter 9, from verse 1 to end. You see verse 18. Very, very important. Because we are under the law. Magamanne Nana. We are Gamadia. I have a Rumba. All your blood Biafra. I have a Grefella or London men to Padesolu. ESN to Padesolu. You fully win it. Everybody Pagadelu with 10 like a dead. Go with the Sayang Jalu Poga. I have a to put Cadana for Laye. The Fladina Alaya was the guy to be. Macamaza no Jepuleyo. Manchester de Puya. Manchester de Puya. What in I can let Puya simple. You can support your hand Puyo. I want to hear no Panga school. More over to the capital. Come like a couple of girlfriend like the high school. Don't open up with Dara. Don't open up the Africa, but double and take it. Those who spoke about Bola. Only the power there. Mother open a neck woman, and watch. I'm not. I want to some go to them. To be open a take a walk. Who took the hell on your platform and away. Yeah, correct. I saw what your prophet is open. Open had to rule. What can I open a rana? Sing that name for Amado Square. Who took a couple of days from my wife. So we sit there and away. You have to that. Who was on your name at the book? Yeah.
Thank you. We need to be very, very careful. This thing we are doing is not a joke. Why do we want to be free? We want to be free because we are being caged. No progress. And this is not the era where you will live and there will be no progress. our future generation in limbo. And I wonder what we are waiting for. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Alozie, good evening from Germany. Naka on the line.
Welcome, Mazin Naka.
Yeah, Mazi, your preamble this evening so fantastic. I mean, I think this is one of your best. This is awesome. God bless you. And because sometimes we have to move away from all this, and then talk about another thing. And what you just said today about the environment is awesome. God bless you. This is Father. I'm just coming back from work, and I'm so delighted that you diverted us from all this, distractors and and distractions and environment. Our environment is gone. The political jobbers, they don't even know what they're doing. Environment is gone. Are you talking about Ogoni? Are you talking about Ohajebe Mauguta, Izombe? Are you talking of Baramatu Kingdom? Are you talking of Eleme? Where can we even start from? Because our land has been polluted by Shell, by Chevron, by Tesaco, all of them. These people are state within the state. They control Nigeria government. They control Nigerian governors. They control everything in Nigeria. They have destroyed our environment. Our environment is gone. And the worst part of it is that we don't have even environmentalists that campaign for this. What we have are people who are political activists. They will open NGOs. They will be telling you about this and that. They don't even know that environment is more important than all those things they're talking about. Look at when you go to Lagos, look at the so-called Eco-Atlantic City. You see how they destroyed, environment in Lagos. That means every day now the rain is coming. We cannot even step into Lagos. Everywhere is flooded. Everywhere. Lagos is the worst place. They're destroyed. Destroyed by building rubbish houses. Mazi Alozie, do you know that in Lagos today, they will tell you this house is $100 million naira, this and that, but there is no toilet, they provide their own water, they provide their own light, they provide their own street. But you saw mansions everywhere. There is no plan. They don't have any concern about the environment. You look at the way they cut down our trees. They cut down our trees. The Chinese are everywhere in rain forest, in Calabar, in the Delta State, everywhere in Imo State. They are cutting down our trees and exporting them to China, to Germany, to all kind of places. And the political morons are looking at them. What they're after is just that money. Give us money and take away whatever they want to take away. Look at Congo, as you said. Congo is supposed to be the richest country in the world, but today Congo is. Since I became a human, an adult, Congo has been fighting, killing themselves. Why the Chinese, the Belgian, the French government are just savaging Congo and other places in Africa. My God, my Lord. Today you made my day, Mazi. I'm always crying because environment has destroyed. Look at the clean Ogoni. Look at the clean Ogoni. They cannot. There is no water in Ogoni. There is no electricity in Ogoni. There's nothing. And this Ogoni, you see them talking about 2023 election. You see them telling Wike. I saw one video. They're telling Wike 2023 the Caribaris and the Gonis will never allow Ikureman to rule again. Even in River State, they're fighting about Ikure and the Caribar and Ogoni, but not about their environment, where the shell has killed a lot of Ogoni people, a lot of Ikure people, what and malaria. My brother has a house in Port Harcourt. This guy can't even, when he's in Nigeria, he cannot even say it's in Port Harcourt because of suits. This black suit, this black dust. Early in the morning, go out and touch your car where it's covered with the black suit. My brother, nobody's talking about it. In which case, not talking about anything. Governors, nobody. They're just about that little thing. The Chinese, the shell, the Abuja is giving them. That's what they're after. They are not after the environment. Nothing. Look at what they call him, Okorocha, when he was governor of Imo State. Okorocha, do you know that Okorocha imported, plastic trees, plastic palm trees, and placed them on the street of Owerri. Plastic from China. The first time I saw it, I said, "Wow, this is beautiful." I thought that it was, palm tree, but it was just plastic. They imported it from China. This is the kind of people we are having. This is the kind of people we call, our leaders or our rulers. Shame. Master Alozie, God bless you. I mean, you are a wonderful person. I don't know how can I thank you enough. God bless you and God preserve your life. Preserve our life of our Nandikan. Everybody who is fighting to liberate it, genuine, not money, fighters, but genuine fighters. Now God bless all. Bye from here.
Thank you, Mazi. It is a serious problem. Look at them coming from China inside your forest, tropical forest. Go to the Google and look at tropical rainforest, Nigeria. The zoo is squarely there. Now look at it. It's turning to desert. And you have these Chinese coming, destroy your forest. And you're helping them. You're aiding them. Not that you can go to China and have a peace of mind. No, you will not. They are living off your resources. What a shame. What a shame. You cannot have your own tree. You cannot have your economical tree. You have peers. You have all of them. Why can't you plant them? No, it will mess up the environment. It will make it dirty. You want it to look like London. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Master Alozie.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Chukwuemeka. I'm a native of Gabon State, Biafra land. I greet my leader, our leader, for a time like this. One Nigeria, ndị Igbo asị ihe wụ chibọ anụ ọzọ. Chibọ anụ ọzọ. O nweghị ezigbo ihe ndị n'ime one Nigeria. Until ndị mmadụ amata ihe one Nigeria mpụtara. Maka ndị a nyere aha one Nigeria n'ebumnobi ha bụ nye aha ahụ. O nweghị obodo ọwụla. There's no country in the whole world.
Mazi, you can speak English. Please go back to English. That's the program we're having. You can speak English.
Hello?
I can excuse you if you cannot speak English, but you're capable of speaking English. Go ahead and speak English so that everybody will understand what you're saying.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is this wall they put before they call Nigeria means so many things. until people understand the meaning of one before they call Nigeria. Because there is no country in the whole world that will put one before you call the name. Something happened before they put that one. Again, our leader, without our leader, Igbo race is gone forever. Again, that oil that was located in the east was a cause to the people that the oil was located from their place. It's a cost to them. The people who are enjoying the oil are outside people, mostly the white people and their co-partners, Fulanis, and some Iflif in the east and west. Without our leader, Igbo has gone. I can see and understand that if you come to Africa, Nigeria is the worst place in Africa. And inside Nigeria, the Igbo one Nigeria race is the worst people that can live on earth. Igbo one Nigeria is the worst people that can live on earth. It is very clear for everybody to understand that. I thank our leader upon all the insults, upon all the disgrace, he still stands firm to fight this cause. Because Chukwuemeka Alozie saw that our leader is capable to stand this terrible situation we find ourselves. Honestly, you see Fulanis, the British government are using Fulanis to destroy Africa. If you trace the trouble in Africa, the whole country you have problems, you will see Fulani as the leader of the troubles in the whole Africa. Because Fulanis are a backward group of people. What Fulani created for is backward. Criminality, stealing, looting, destroying, going backward from one state to another state. They don't need anything human development. That is why, for over many years now, in Nigeria Parliament, everything discussing is cow. Every senator are cow. Every house representative are cow. Presidency are cow. Everything in Nigeria are cow. Nobody is reasoning as a human being. That is Fulani for you. That's to tell you that Fulani are agents of Satan, British. And they are doing the work perfectly for British. If you trace out what is going on in Nigeria, if you go to the north, all the senators, almost 80% of them are Fulani. House of Representatives, almost 80% of them are Fulani. All the key positions in the federal level are Fulani. Now they are trying to make sure in all states there will be a Fulani community. And through that, in a later years coming, the Fulani will be a governor in all the eastern region, even to the west. As the time going, senators, House of Representatives will be picking up from Fulani communities. You can see what happened to Were, Imo State. When they take number 4 man to put to number 1. And the so-called Igbo people and so-called petition writers in Imo State, because we know Imo State as a state, petition writers are leading. None of them are talking again. None of them. Instead, they are forming to attack our leader.
Thank you,
This
Mazi.
is great of the people.
Thank you.
However, I think the time will tell. Thank you very much, Alozie, for all the effort. Every day you put so many things for people to hear and to be alive. Thank you very much. All right, Biafra.
All right, Biafra. Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Caller, your name and where you calling from.
I remember I'm Chukwuemeka reaching you live this afternoon from Ipob. I want to tell my fellow Biafrans, both at home and in diaspora, that Biafra is here. Because God sent Mazen Namdi Kano for him to do that for us this time. I want to remind us, those that never know that Namdi Kano is choosing for this very project. God said, I will speak to those children that their hearts are pure, and they will work for my people. January 12, 2015, God told me that the Kano will restore Biafra. And restoring Biafra is for those that already traveled outside, because the politicians here in Biafra land want them to remain there. As we that are here may be men. I believe that what God said to me that day is well, because the politicians here, they follow the Fulani by their slaves, and they are proving it to us every day. And
Caller, we've lost you. Caller, we've lost you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Good afternoon, my brother. Alozie.
Good morning from here.
May Chukwuemeka Alozie bless you for the work you're doing for your people. And I thank your family for giving you the time to speak to us. I want to thank our leader, Mazen Namdi Kano, and all the principal servants of Biafra worldwide, most especially our Biafran women worldwide. Mazi, regarding to what that doctor said in his clip, I think if somebody said that it doesn't see, it can also, the person can test if there is salt in the soup or not. Our people at this time, I don't think that our people will fall so foolish and stupid to take any vaccine. Because right here outside where we are, people are refusing it. Also in England, people are refusing it. No matter the amount of our people they are writing on TV that people are taking it, they have taken 2 million, 3 million. We know their population, and we know what the population are saying. There's blood clot, we played it that last time, and this man, this doctor, have proven to us again what they take us to be. I remember one time in the school when I asked my teacher about environmental degradation and pollution. I asked him, he said to us that in the class that we are doing environmental protection study. So we allowed him to speak. After speaking, I asked him, can we ask question here? He said, yes, why not? Then I asked him, I said, is this environmental protection only for Europe and America? And he said, no, it's everywhere, all over the world, Africa, Asia. Then my next question to him was, why then are you guys coming to Africa to destroy our ecosystem? The next thing he said to me was, oh, we are going out of lesson. You are always controversial. You're going out of lesson. I said, I'm not going out of lesson. Since we are talking about the world and protection of the environment, why should oil companies from outside the world come to Africa only to destroy it, plunder and loot without taking care of the place? So our people should know that if somebody hates you, anybody who hates you will never love your child. And any stupid child who said that the enemy of his father is his friend is a gunner. This is the situation we find ourselves in Africa. If we don't protect ourselves, nobody will take us serious. Nobody will protect us. It's better for them that we kill ourselves. How can we live as a whole continent of over 1.2 billion people that we cannot do things on our own unless foreigners come and do it? Ebola was stopped in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Congo because the rebel killed the person that was injecting people. After that, Ebola ended. Now it's not enough for them. They come with this one, knowing fully well that are coming for us. I have been in the midst of South African students some years ago. We went to church. After we come back from the church, they were all foreign students. I sit there with them. They start talking about Africa. One person said, is it true that every 5 people in South Africa that there is one 8 virus carrier? The guy said no. The South African said no. But the only thing that people never ask is, how does South Africa come to have AIDS among their people so much? So this student said, please tell me. The guy then opened up and said, during the apartheid era, that the women, pregnant women, were being forced and they injected AIDS virus into their system. So the child came out as an AIDS virus carrier. And that is why it is like everybody have it. So this is a crime against humanity going on. Africans by now are supposed to know what is going on. And that's why we must have Biafra. Because if we have Biafra, nobody will come and inject us. They never want the person to come into Biafra to come and inject us. So my brother said, keep it on. I like the tape you played. May Elohim Chukwuemeka preserve us and guide us from the hand of the enemies within and without. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Thank you. We must be at alert. There are many things affecting our quest for Biafra. Charity begins at home. We, from Biafra land, hold the key. But you have many delusional people that cannot think, that cannot reason. They are a threat to their own existence due to selfishness. And I wonder when they will start to reason. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, okay, your line is off. Well, the call number is +1 484 767 0848. You're listening to live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. Our environment is very precious. Go back to Google. For all those of you that cannot reason. Not that you cannot reason, you have not paid attention to it. Go back, Google equatorial forest. You refer to the earlier maps, topographical map, you will see. You see how it has been destroyed without any reservation. Color your name and where you calling from.
Biafra.
Oh, hell, Biafra. As you welcome. Your name and where you calling from.
I pray for you to continue. I will not take too much of your time. I will just go straight. Thank Chukwuemeka for his for honor and for his grace, and above all for giving us Mazin and Bekano. Am I coming out?
We are hearing you. If I'm not, I will let you know. Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
And for giving us a gift in the person of Mazin and Bekano, we thank Chukwuemeka. Had it not be for him, only Chukwuemeka would have known or knows what our situation would have been. But we thank him. Mazi, from what the doctor said, the clip you played, brings to mind that human beings and animals are the same. What the difference among them is consciousness. And this consciousness to what is right and what is wrong. And that is what differentiates human beings from other animals. And this is what Mazin Namdekan has brought to the forefront and what he has pressed or pushed down for everybody to understand and accept it. And that is the truth. The survival of the kingdom does not only govern the animal kingdom, but governs even the human kingdom. To be honest with you, Asia or China, they are coming to our land because we are potential food. If we did not protect ourselves, they will eat us up. And thank God for IPOB and the Mazin Americano. But what am I saying? America and Europe have redefined education. According to Socrates, is something that will lead us from the cave of prejudice and ignorance. Man, unfortunately, today our people see education as the ability to read and write without application of common sense of what is right or what is wrong. Mazi, Biafra and IPOB remains the way out. But I have a message to my supreme leader. A very passionate message to my supreme leader. And I believe you listen to it. Any leader ordained by the Most High God, as he have elected him on this era, will equip him as he prepared Moses, another great leader. And he will give him every enablement. And what matters most is the usage. Our God in heaven has given Mazin Namdekano the staff that Moses went to the palace of Pharaoh and he turned into a bigger serpent and swallowed that of Pharaoh's own and his soothsayers in the thing of ESL. Mazin Namdekano should deploy it to the best use. Mazi, I thank you so much for coming up every day, and I pray that Chukwuemeka will strengthen you. If our leader Mazin Namdekano, the enablement, the good health, and shield him from all evil, visible and invisible, and they will go back to the sender. He will live to get us Biafra, and he will also reap the fruit and enjoy the fruit of his effort. And all of you on the media, every day, all of you, Chukwuemeka will bless and protect you all and your families, and keep everyone working sincerely for the support of IPOB and Biafra to come. Alozie, I will stop it here and to give room for others, and I will say, all hail Biafra. Thank you, and remain blessed. Have a great day.
Thank you very much. God bless you and your family as well. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Those calling from Europe, you must be consistent, or else you will not get in. Those calling from Europe, you must be consistent before you can get in. Don't call once, then you hang up, and the next one you'll be calling. This is the way it goes. That line went off. So we have ourselves to examine. It is individual effort. As I was saying, if you focus on the zoo, Nigeria, Google, you will see the difference. You will see what I'm talking about. Then if you're physically in there, you will also understand what I'm saying. Call your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi Alozie. This is Ogogo from London.
Welcome, Ogogo.
Mazi Alozie, thank you for your today's sermon. Your gospel is very, very good. I like it. Mazi Alozie, the psychology of money making in Biafra land is what I am just thinking. What sort of professors can we get in order to, this economic system that we have been brought into? It is not quite good in my eyes. The thing is not balanced. When I look at, European economy and I look at African economy, it does not add up with me the way I reason like a human being. I see no reason why Western economy and African economy should be same. We should do everything in our power to make sure both economy are not same. If you bring it the one you have in international, if you bring it to our country, it is not gonna be value. So everybody has to sit in Biafra to make sure Biafra work. I see how can somebody who see himself he got one head the way you got one head. You want to go to a country, you have to fill millions of pages of form to go to a country. You go there. Even like Germany, there are countries, let's say Germany now. Because you go there doesn't mean you can even get a job. There are rules and regulations you have to follow. Sometimes you spend 10 years doing nothing. Even though it is a benefit for you who came into their economy to put you in job so that you can help their economy grow. This is the way they keep Africa year in, year out. All these criminals, Pope, a criminal, Archbishop Webbing, a thief, all these people that rule the world, all these riparians and dictators, this guy is a devil. I have never seen a good person that rule this planet. That is why sometimes I question. It's like I'm trying to question God. If we are there, why should bad people run the affairs of human beings? Why should bad evils, demons, Satans run the affairs of human beings? We need plan B. Sometimes I want to talk about Gaddafi, but being an Islamic, after all, the way he run his country, he used a book called Jamaria to run his country. I don't want to get into the Islamic system, but I think it's now time we start thinking, what is the economy we want to run? Biafra must be exceptional. Biafra must be exceptional. China can come to Africa, they own a factory. It racist Chinese. They come to Africa. China is not afraid. All Chinese man will use this hand and be pressing a 12-year-old black girl too in our soil, and we keep quiet and watch. We drive car, we buy house. These are nonsense things that we talk about. This economic system has to be, we need to review it, rethink it, and not the one we use. This one we see now, I don't like it. I don't like this economic system because all things are not equal. If Europeans do not respect us, I see no reason why they will be in Africa. I see no reason why they should be there. If these people can come to Africa without no visa, I see no reason why we can't go to their country without no visa. If they can come to our country and buy our resources, I see no reason why we can't go to their country and buy their resources. Otherwise, let everything end. Our generation have to do this. ESN, may Chukwuemeka bless you. If you know the job you took, ESN, don't harbor bad people among you. Don't put saboteur. You are the one that will defend the black race. ESN, I beg you, no mercy. No mercy. Any traitor you see, no mercy. We want to end this madness. What people came to our country to do. They never built anything. White people never created anything. It's just boo-boo-ya-ya they do. Do you know most of these things white people have, that they brag with it? It's invented by black people. But yet, that black people don't like you. The black person who invented it in a white man country does not like you, a black person. So don't take them for pride, because they have been giving them money. But however, money. You who want to go and take money from bank to run a coffee shop, they can't give it to you. But Bill Gates can go to bank and get a loan to create vaccine to kill you. Ask yourself a question. What sort of world do we live? And you got Pope, you got Archbishop Canterbury. These are people on Sunday. You bust up your knees and shout and talk rubbish. I want you to question what you worship. Why is things like this? Alozie, if I start talking about the way I feel, my stomach bleed, because it doesn't add up with me. All these traditional rulers, can I beg you now, before we kick you out, I want you to count every tree they have cut in your village ever since you took that power, and tell them to replant it. Otherwise, you will do it on your own. The thing will come to meet, and you come here to cut it down, because you come to destroy. Including the praying ground. Go to Omicha, praying ground. When you see I'm telling you.
Thank you.
What sort of
Thank you.
The black people need.
Thank you, Gogo. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are coming to the end of this broadcast. We have less than 5 minutes to switch over. Tomorrow the women will be on the air. They will take over. They will be on the air. On Sunday, now waiting they happen. Then you have the right to speak in your dialect or broken English. If you have any announcement to make it now. Because when it's now waiting they happen, you might wind up making it in a broken English or your dialect, or both. I will entertain that. We are speaking to the international community. We want them to know that we are aware of what is happening to us, but it's just a question of getting ourselves under control. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Mazi Alozie, good morning. Mazi, my name is Mazi, my man who go near Jaka. I am calling from United States of America, and I reside here in Washington, D.C. Mazi, I'm from Amibo. Amibo is Nolo. Amibo is home of the tiger, and Amibo is the home of King Jaja of Ipob. Now, I'm going to talk on two things that you said this morning. One is about the whatever that they are giving to people now, that the vaccine. I want people to know that the vaccine that they're giving to you, it is there for you. If you want to die, go ahead and do what you want to do. It will kill you. Let me tell you that this vaccine, even the one that are using it here in the United States, what they did was they said that it is an emergency, and this is the reason why the FDA and the CDC, they went ahead and then authorized the production of this vaccine. The vaccine did not go through the due process. It didn't go through the protocol of checking, how many people die, or even if it is active or not, if it is the thing that will kill the virus or whatever it is for. They said because it's an act of, the thing came as an emergency, and this is the reason why it was approved. It is just said it, go and read it in the CDC and the FDA. Then they will tell you that. Again, this vaccine is something that have to do with the DNA. Usually, the vaccine, what vaccine does is that it is a dead aspect of the virus that they are doing, and then they will inject it in you to stimulate your body to produce an antibody that is going to fight against the thing when it comes in. But this one, it has something to do with the DNA. So what they did, they will just go ahead and then, inject it in you, and then it will go and trigger the DNA to produce a protein. And this protein is the thing that will stimulate your body to produce the antibody that is going to fight against the virus. Which is, other vaccines that they are doing don't have anything to do with the DNA. There is something about this. And they did not say that when you take this vaccine, that is going to prevent you from having this virus. They did not say it. Go and read it again. That is, I'm talking about the United States of America. Talk less of you, the zoo, that they can bring anything and then inject on you. So that is for the DNA. All right? And the vaccine. And this next thing that we are talking about is the invasion of the Africa by all these Europeans and then the Chinese people. As you remember, if there is something that I listened to one time, one man who was giving a lecture, the man said, listen, that the Africa is the life of all the European countries, and the worst thing they can do in life is just to let Africa to be very stable. They cannot let it be. Because if it means if Africa is stable and able just to manage themselves, then that means that other countries are going to go into depression. So the strategy that they have put in place since is the strategy of subjugating the Africa and making Africa to be the way it is, so that all the mineral resources and everything that is in Africa can be extracted by other world, and this is the way it's going to be. So this is the reason why you have to ask yourself. In Britain, you go to Britain, you cannot see any police on the road, any military man on the road. You come to America, you cannot see military man. You go to any other part of the developed world, you cannot see military on the road. But what do? Then they are the ones that appoint our politicians, and then they unleash our military, our brothers, on us to intimidate, to subjugate and do everything, so that they can be able to put us under oppression, and then they can get the mineral they want to get. So that is what you have to do. The only thing now is that I thank God Nnamdi Kanu have come and then have tried to rewind our brain, so that we will know exactly what is going on. Because without the radio Biafra that you are listening to today, that is the media, and without the security that we have, of which we thank God, the unknown soldiers and the unknown whatever people, the hunters, unknown spirit that is fighting, they are doing a great job. So what I'm doing now is that I'm begging you, my brothers, or this I should not beg anyway. I am urging you, because it is your security that matters, your life. There is no life in Nigeria. See what is going on in Nigeria now. Go to the north. The north is gone. The northern part of Nigeria is gone. There is war that is going on over there. If you do not know, you are there, but you don't know, because the media don't want to show it. The media is showing politics, and that is what they use to camouflage what is going on in the north. 5 million people are living in refugee camp in the north. Not only the 5 million people living in refugee camp, then there is war, they're killing, kidnapping, everything. Their school have been shut down. They don't have, people are not going to school again in the north. These are the criteria, it is the characteristics of a country that is at war. So if there is any war that is going on, then there's when you will see people will not go to school, and then people will live in that room. So you have to know it. That war is coming to your land. And this is why I'm telling Biafra, please, my brother, do the needful. Dip your hand in your pockets. Do the needful. Do whatever you can do to support the ESN. Do whatever you can do to support the ESN and support our media, so that we will hear this news. And this news is the thing that is going to keep you free. The only thing you have to do is just telling you now where you have to go and pay this. Because before you will say, oh, well, I don't know where to go and pay. I don't know what to do. No, you know it. You have your smartphone on your hand. And then if you don't know, you know that you are wicked. It's because of your wickedness that make you not to even pay or try to go and see if your card can work. Just go to our website, and that website is www.ipobinusa.org/donate. www.ipobinusa.org/donate. www.ipobinusa.org. If you want to make a donation to ESN, you have to go to www.ipobinusa.org. If you want to say thank you to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have to go to www.ipobinusa.org. Thank you, Mazi. God bless you.
God bless you too. And this is where we end the program. We're done. We are switching over to our other stations. So you cannot call in, the phone is off. And we will be on the air again tomorrow. And I thank all of you that participated. We must be aware of what is happening to us. Let it not be that we were ignorant, or we are. And I thank all of you that participated. We must be aware of what is happening to us. Let it not be that we were ignorant, or we are.
Good afternoon, wonderful people, great Biafrans, wherever you are on the surface of this very planet. We welcome you to another hopefully exciting and interactive edition of our live presentation on this very day, the 15th day of February in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. And with the time now standing at precisely from this location that I am, 6 minutes past 12 of February in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021. And with the time now standing at precisely from this location that I am, 6 minutes past 12 noon.